Yeah, welcome. 2019 Roar trip. We've got Yaks. You will remember him from previous videos. Still single ladies. We've got Nick.
But he's ready to mingle.
Yeah, sorry, Taken. And then Jeff down the end. All bloody ex-pro shooters. So we're in for a good time. We've just pulled up, walked to the top of the hill. We're about to enter the bush, and we've already got 2 stags roaring. Yeah, things are looking promising.
From there it was a 2.5 hour wander up to the tops where we set up camp.
We're going to split up in pairs and we're going to hunt the 2 gullies down below us. We heard stags running on the way up. They'll shut up for the afternoon, so we're going to go get in position and see if we can get some action on film, and who knows, maybe even pull trigger.
So just had a stag roaring below us, had a comms check with the other lads. They've come close to a couple as well, but things are just starting to spark up now. It's about 4 PM and me and Nick are going to check our wind. Well, we just checked our wind and now we're going to go see if we can chase this fella up.
Just me and Nick are just sitting on top of a knoll reminiscing and talking tactics, and also about how loud my camera is when it turns on. But
it's fucking loud.
we've got a stag, unsure on distance, but he's
looks like he's closing in on us, doesn't he?
Yeah. We're guessing that he's closing a bit of ground.
He sounds like he's a 14-pointer to me.
Definitely.
I've got that feel about it.
Yeah, you can tell well how loud they moan.
I've only ever seen a 14-pointer on a wall, but I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah. And you know Ruahine Reds, always minimum 14 points.
Ruahine's are well known for their trophy potential.
Yeah, so enough shit talk. He's getting angry. Maybe you can hear that. He's quite loud, but I haven't got it on camera yet. We haven't been roaring just recently. We're actually just going to let them do the talking and move in, because it's not that far into the rut. They're not that geared up. So we'll see if we get a bit closer, and then maybe we'll try and get eyes on before we try and roar them out. There you go. He sounds good. Okay, bro, when you're ready. Now, when you're ready.
Bro, he was cool. It was an awesome hunt, Nick.
It was a bit of fun, eh?
We got one on the board, lads. First red for first stag for the Roar.
Yeah,
2019. Woo! He looked alright, eh? Well, alright for Ruahine. You South Islanders don't judge us. We work with what we got, mate. Fucking some fellas shoot everything up here. But
we were supposed to be going down to the South Island, but we had bad weather on us, so
I didn't even mention that. We put in for the Watt blocks, got bounced, and
Wanaka ballot.
Wanaka ballot got bounced.
I looked into the Molesworth.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the
No
first
one wants to go to the Molesworth anymore, bro. Beautiful. Oh, what do you reckon, Nick? So Nick shot a good Ruahine stag. Unfortunately, Nick's a bit of a gun shot, a bit of a crack shot, and he was aiming for behind the head, and he clipped him in the base of the antler. So it's fucking unfortunate.
Nothing Araldite won't fix.
But yeah, there's a tip. Don't head shoot your fucking trophy stags.
It wasn't intentional, I was supposed to fucking shoot him behind the...
He was going for the neck, but obviously you'll see in the video just the angle, and we'll probably be able to zoom right in on the fucking unfortunate headshot. Most people brag about headshots, but not this particular one.
Oh,
It's all happened before.
that actually fucking guts me. Never moon.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So half a back steak, the eye fillets, the heart, and
You're great. All loaded up, we headed back to camp to see the others and tell them of our one-antlered stag. They had roared up a young stag but didn't get any video or take a shot. So no 4:30 starts, eh?
No 4:30 starts.
Yeah, me and Yaks have headed off in one direction and Nick and Jeff the other. Nick and Jeff had stags roaring down below them, so they're going to chase that, and me and Yaks are just, well, this is my first summit of one of the tallest peaks in the Ruahines, so now we're about to drop off it down onto a little bush spur down where you can see Yaks. We're sort of following those down there, and before we drop too far down, hopefully we get some noise back.
got it all on film too, all on the landscape mode of on the iPhone.
Nice.
Fucking landscape, boys.
Did you shoot him with the 300? I thought I heard a little pop before, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, bro, knuckled him. He was probably he would have come probably in about 10 metres from us, but knocked him over about 40, 50 metres. And then we were just dealing with him, and then another 8-pointer came up underneath us.
Day two stags. Fucking hell.
Ruahine's producing, eh?
Yeah, me and Yaks have dropped down, probably lost about 100 metres elevation from the top. We're starting to get down into a zone where Yaks saw a stag maybe about 800 metres away. Couldn't tell how good he was. Shocking footage of him. And then we had a roar down this little gut, and one sparked up, and he sounds close enough, but it is still very gnarly country, so we'll see. Somewhere down there.
Yeah, so we just walked down from up there, the highest bit you can see. We walked down from, and we had that stag going. Now we're down here. He must be a wise old bugger because he's shut up. And mind you, it is about 10 o'clock in the morning, and the sun's starting to get right out. We're hoping he'd keep going. We sort of procrastinated a bit because it was a fair drop. We said, bugger it, we'll do it. Now we're down here. She's going to be a hearty haul up. The other boys shot a stag this morning, so hopefully they took a picture.
You shoot when ready, mate. You shoot when he's coming in. You shoot when ready. That was a thump. How was that, Jeff? What a cool fucking stalk that was.
That was awesome, eh? Stoked as
That was a bit of fun. He's fucking dead boy at the ground.
What's that, 50 metres?
Yeah, 60 metres, 50, 60.
You come right in. Hey, come right sidled around. Gave him a few moans. Good. Bloody good. Choice.
And this is why we're here. Oh well, we better go and have a look. We all met up on the tops for a late lunch of venison eye fillet and onions on bread. Then we set up a new forward operating base to hunt from over the next few days. That afternoon we split back into pairs and got back into the hunting. It's a reply. I wonder if the camera can pick that up. We're roaring up the stag down below us while Jeff is, and these other hunters keep interrupting him.
Just a little bit of country around. Just a little bit.
There's plenty to share, boys.
Yeah. All fighting over the same ridge.
Yeah. So when we made our plan, we were like, we'll go over here. And in fact it went, where do you guys want to go? And they said, we're going to go down here. Then we said, alright, sweet, we'll go off down here then. And wind wasn't in our favour, a few other things. Next minute we get a stag going, and who's popping over our ridge?
The guys with 2 drain pipes.
Well, the weather was forecast to turn on us a bit, and Jeff reckons he's in denial.
Living with faith, I guess.
With faith.
The key message there.
Yeah.
Positivity.
Yeah, you got to be positive about these things. I'm just here being negative. Reckon it's going to piss down all tomorrow, but also negative about how far away the stag is from us.
Wind has changed around to the west, so could be a bit coming in, so we'll see.
The forecast reckon it started to drop down to around 2 degrees later in the week, so yeah, that would be good.
Good fun. I don't know who'll be roaring more, them or me.
Yax and Nick were one ridge away, and we saw this spiker moving up towards them. It ended up being right in front of them for a quick picture before moving on. Yeah, so we've made the D group consensus. We're going to split up and go out to a couple of different areas. Yax and Eddie, they're going to head down straight down to the river, which is a bit of a hike, and then me and Jeff are going to go up into the hill and then drop down on some stags that we found yesterday. We've dialed back all our gear, all the heavy shit's been left behind, all the good food's been left behind, and it's been packed into the nice dry tents because we're expecting a bit of bad weather, and we're going to go battle the elements with our little fly sheets and minimal equipment to save on weight. See you out there.
Just made our trip from base camp just across the other ridge. Took about 2 hours to get here. Just dropped down off the tops. Just come across this little catchment, old tar. It was pretty well beaten up, bit of a makeshift wallow. A few fresh big stag prints.
Got our scheduled rain. Hopefully you're all bedded up. It's currently 1 o'clock and we're going to kick back into it at about 3. Milkshake, Jeff.
Oh, one. What a milkshake for you.
Here they bring all the boys to the
Boys to you, He pulled out a bag of milkshakes and he goes, guess what these do? Brings all the stags to the yard.
With a small break in the weather, we attempted to close some ground with that stag from the night before, but with weather not on our side, we ended up back under our tarp. Yeah, quick review on wet weather gear. I got the Swazi Rifleman, and I'm alright. And Jeff's got the
Stony Creek Stalk. It's a bit of a truth. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Not too bad, bit of perspiration, a
Got
little bit of
perspiration in there on the sea.
Now you've got to remember these are the lightweight jackets, and we're using them in heavyweight conditions because that's the sort of dudes we are. But we've pulled pin on this fucking stag because we're not that heavyweight, bro. Fucking it's pissing down. So
Josh's famous comment was this, should we just go after it because it's we're already wet anyway. But wet is wet, but you know, we've got many days to go, so we'll wait.
Yeah, bro. And now we got it on record that Jeff pulled pin.
Smart decision.
And I gladly accepted the pin being pulled. Just settling down to dinner while we're getting bloody pumped by the weather.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is the Sill Tarp 2. It's turning out it's a pretty good bit of kit.
Good job.
Oh, and at the moment we're having a feed on the old Radix. Not sponsored by anyone to tell you this. Just if you're sick of eating backcountries and you want something a little bit different, slightly more expensive but healthier, only available online at the moment, so you just got to look them up, and they're pretty quick. Probably can't hear me because of the rain, because we're getting pumped. As far as tree lines go, it's about 300 metres down the hill and another 100 metres in elevation, and it's pissing down still, so we're weighing up whether it's worth it or not. Hopefully it dies down a little. Obviously we soon evacuated our camp and headed for the bush, and then we found a better spot. Time to see what Yax and Nick have been up to.
Good morning, it's day 3. Had a pretty wet night last night. Managed to stay pretty dry under our hutchie. I think Jeff and Muzz had a different story up on the top, but they managed to sort that out. So yeah, we're going to head downstream and see if we can get into some stags. See you soon. Yeah, so how quickly things can change. It's you can see behind us is Bluebird now, so we're just trying to dry all our gear out, have a bit of lunch down here in the sun, try and dry the feet out, and then plan is Nick and I are going to push the tops. We figured with the sun out now that and the heavy rain we had last night, all the deer are going to want to try and dry themselves out, so push the top back to our base camp. Who knows, not too sure what the other lads are up to yet. We'll tie up with them at 12 o'clock for our next radio sked, but
Morena.
What a night.
What a night. Yeah, no, she was far from... Do you still call it sleep if you don't sleep?
Resting.
Resting.
State of rest.
Yeah, we had a solid rest, and heard the stag across from us just once at about midnight, and then yeah, we sort of got up, had a comms check at 7 with the other lads. They had a sweet as night, they reckon, down in the bush, and our new camp's pretty swish, but yeah, we're just waiting out a bit of weather. It stopped raining, but it's windy as, and nothing's making any noise. We've let out a few calls, had breakfast, and yeah, bit of morning routine. Jeff just checked the barometer, and you reckon?
Yeah, she's on the rise, so positivity is the key takeaway for this morning.
Yeah, stay positive. Stay positive.
My assessment was maybe a small 8, if not the same one that walked up on us last night. And then he cut down below us, and we think he either cut our sign or cut our scent. But yeah, definitely could have pulled the trigger on him, but was just unsure of his head, so decided to leave him.
Yeah, sweet. Are you saying it was on your side or on the bottom?
Bit of equipment husbandry, bro.
Of, daily maintenance after a torrential downpour.
What a difference a day makes, eh, bro?
Yeah, in the state of it. Well, you read a forecast and it says it's clear by lunchtime, and you don't, well, half the time you don't believe that sort of nonsense. Actually, this time it came true. 2 hours before lunchtime.
Beautiful.
Much needed, very timely.
Jeff just had another stag going down the creek, but it was quite far away from us and not going hard enough for us to commit to another 200 metre drop in altitude. So we'll see if he gets more keen and gets us more keen, or just across in the ugly country over there. We reckon there's still a stag, but he's a wily old bugger, which is probably why he lives in the gnarliest ugly country that you can find. I'll be stagging this afternoon, and Jeff has started raining again, and it's looking pretty shitty out the other way, and we just got to climb up. That highest one there, we got to climb up that, and then once we're up there we got to drop down in there in the middle, somewhere where our main camp is, and we got to pack up that, and then we're going to walk back up there, and then down the other side, and then we might camp there maybe, and it's 3 o'clock now, so
Yeah, late one. Get the head torches ready. Time for a pack up and then back up the hill, blitzing it. What are you up to, Zach? Still happy, mate? Oh. With the weather on the tops all clagged in, wet, windy, and pretty cold and miserable, we decided to up sticks and move back towards the front country until it cleared. Got back to the hut to shelter out the last of the storm, because we were all feeling a bit wet, and then we split up again this morning. Me and Nick have pushed down to near where he shot his beast on the first day, and Nick's the lucky charm at the moment, so hopefully he gets us onto one. I think Nick's been there for 95% of all stag encounters, so hopefully he's the good luck charm today.
That's because I fucking smell like one now.
Just in the thick of it, but we're going to spend the day out. It's a nice day, and then hopefully have him roar up in the evening. We'll go put ourselves up in a saddle somewhere, so we've got plenty of scope, depending on what the wind's doing.
Last time we were filming, we got caught out talking shit, got barked at. Now we're still smashing through the scrub. Nick's come across a wallow. Yeah, just because we're hunting the front country doesn't make it easy country, that's for sure. Me and Nick have seen about every bush type you can find in the Ruahines so far this morning, and we're just pushing up a slip onto a saddle through a whole bunch of leatherwood. Yeah, slip's quite clear now, that's why I've decided to get the camera out, and because I needed a rest. Yeah, the beauty of hunting public lands are in the Roar, eh?
Yeah.
How many have we just here?
6 shots just then.
6 shots, like World War III kicking off down in the valley across from us. Yeah, me and Nick have we're cruising along this ridge, and it just started to open out.
was mid-whisper to Nick, there's a stag roaring in the distance. I said, oh, this is that good ridge. And then we just heard this flurry of noise just down from us. And turns out he was just bedded down there. And then we had tried to get a bit more of a stalk on him, and he gave us a puff and then took off. Exciting.
We had a stag roaring that led us onto a large clearing, but before we could get our eyes on the animal himself, the wind caught us out again, and we then sat there and just watched a couple of hinds that had been spooked by our wind that proceeded across the slip.
Yeah, so it turns out the deer were the winner of the day. Nick was pretty keen on taking a yearling, but I told him it was only 4 months old, and then he sort of had a change of heart. Nah, our stag.
It's delicious.
Our stag got our wind on the way down. We thought it might have been a hind that gave out a bark, but it was probably him. We haven't heard boo from him since. So that was unfortunate. The wind just really spun on us.
On the way back to camp, we caught up with the other two. Here's how their day played out.
Dropping down the other spur, and we heard one decent one that we've heard for the last couple of days, and we're just trying to pinpoint him and get up on him. And so I just sat short on the spur and just sending out a few sort of roars. The use of the rhino, good communication, and yeah, just alerted the axe that there's a possible stag below him or coming up on him, just because I could hear him returning my calls.
There he is. It was actually pretty well to find him in this crown fern. There wasn't much blood to follow, so yeah, all good. We're a lot closer to the car here for the carry out, so we can take a lot more than we've been able to on these last few stags. It's just the unfortunate part about hunting a long way back, but there'll be nothing going to waste on this guy. It's only a young 6-pointer, typical Ruahine head. She's few and far between finding trophy heads in the Ruahines, as most of you will know who hunt it. But
So the days were ticking by, and I was yet to pull trigger. I'd purposefully not brought my rifle along with a plan to use the other lads, and this seemed like a good way to cut out some of the extra weight and also let us focus on shooting something with the camera.
Yeah, so it's early afternoon, just after 3, and I wanted to climb up a hill over there and fucking try and find a stag that I was looking at yesterday. But Yax convinced me. He said, mate, you just sit here, something will reply. And guess what? Something replied. So now we're just sort of making a plan. The wind is okay at this stage for getting onto him. Where we are, we can actually shoot back up to a track, follow the track down, and then drop down on him. Is hopefully the plan. He's responding well, but we don't want to be too keen. It's only just starting to cool down in the afternoon, we reckon. Don't want to go in too hard out just yet. The time of day, you know, we're just coming into the evening. The winds are a bit unstable with thermals fighting against wind direction. So I think if we give it a bit of time and let the air temp cool a bit and allow the dominant thermal to take over, just help ourselves out a little bit, but it's still a bit touch and go. Yeah. Wait out. Yeah, Yax is up high, roaring. I've lost ears on him. because I'm down too close to the river. You can probably hear it in the background. Wind's better, wind's in our advantage at the moment. I want to try and sell you guys something. It's my new idea. It's called hand string. It's just pretty much cotton, but about $40, and I'll sell it to you, and you just tie it to the front of your rifle, and it'll give you a real good wind indication. Like you'll know exactly where the wind's going. It's almost as good as a lighter, and I'll sell those too. Keen, just like and subscribe. I keep bumping this bloody confused little yearling in front of me. It's driving me nuts. Hopefully it's not making enough noise to alert that stag.
You wouldn't believe it. Guess what we just got? Well, Yak's got cold and I got fucking warm and the stag got away, and so that's the end of my 5-day hunting trip with the lads.
6 days.
6 days, 6 days. Don't forget the days, man.
Yeah. We'll have to walk out.
0 for me, 2 for Yakka, and 1 for each of the other lads, so it's not bad. I've got some things to reflect on. Pretty good. It's a pretty bloody good raw trip, big raw trip up into the back country, and then mooching around in a bit of front country Ruahines, and yeah, good times. Hope you enjoyed the video.